Okay, this is for Algebra 2. We're going to change topics and we're going to go to matrices. Today we're going to add and subtract matrices. A matrix is something such as on the screen right now. This is a matrix. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are elements that are in that matrix. Okay, we've got rows, we've got columns. If you have a number in front of the matrix, it's like it's touching it, and so if you had 6 and then parentheses x plus 2, you know how you would distribute the 6? Well, it's the same thing. It's just that you distribute or multiply your 6 by everything in your matrix. Okay, so let me clear the ink off and move our picture up. When I multiply 6 times everything, your matrix has the bracket. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 is 24. That's your answer. Okay, that's all you have to do. If there's a number in front, you just multiply it by everything in the matrix. It's no different if it's a fraction. It's just that you're multiplying by a fraction. Not a big deal. Make it a decimal. Use your calculator, whatever you have to do. Okay. So 1/2 times -8 is -4. 1/2 times 0 is 0. 1/2 times 2 is 1. 1/2 times -12 is -6. 1/2 times 6 is 3. And 1/2 times -14 is -7. Once again, you can just punch that in your calculator if you need to. That's all there is to that. Okay, as far as adding and subtracting matrices, the trick is you can only do this if they are the same size. Okay, we would call this one a 2 by 2 because there's 2 rows and 2 columns. Both of them are that size, so it's fine. If it's an addition between them, then you're adding, and what you actually add are the corresponding elements. So 3 corresponds with 1. -2 corresponds with -5. 5 corresponds with 8. And 6 corresponds with 4. So you open your brackets, and 3 plus 1 is 4. -2 plus -5 is -7. 5 plus 8 is 13. 6 plus 4 is 10. There's your answer. Don't make it harder than it is, but be careful with your signs. When you have a number between the matrices, it's like saying the first matrix or the first matrix minus 5 times the second one. You got to distribute the 5. Now you got 2 choices. You can distribute a 5 or you can distribute a -5. My suggestion is let's make it a -5. So -5 times 6 is -30. -5 times -1 is +5. -5 times 8 is -40. -5 times 4 is -20. Since I distributed the negative, it is now a plus. 1, 3, 2, and 4. Now you're adding the matrices. You can't use the negative twice. Since we distributed it, we're done with it. So for your answer, 1 plus -30 is -29. 3 plus 5 is 8. 2 plus -40 is -38. And 4 plus -20 is -16. Use your calculator. Don't let the signs mess you up. On this one, you're going to have to distribute and then combine. So distribute your 1/2 and you end up with 8. No, not 8. 1/2 of 8 is 4. 1/2 of 6 is 3. 1/2 of 10 is 5. And 1/2 of 4 is 2. I'm going to distribute a -1/4, so this is going to become a plus. -1/4 times 4 is -1. -1/4 times 0 is 0. -1/4 times 0 is 0. And -1/4 times 4 is -1. So now I'm going to add the corresponding elements. 4 plus -1 is 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 0 is 5. And 2 plus -1 is 1. So there's your answer. Okay, for number 6, we're going to change that multiplication to subtraction. So we're going to have 1, 5, -1, 4, minus 2, 8, 3, and 4. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. And 4 minus 4 is 0. And that would be your answer. So all we did was we changed that multiplication. We're going to save that for tomorrow. We did subtraction. Looking at number 7, number 8, and number 9, they're all multiplication. We're going to omit them for today. We will deal with multiplication tomorrow. So that takes us to number 10, which looks like this. And when you have an equal sign between them, it means that your corresponding elements are equal. So x has to equal 3 because they're both in the top left. Y has to equal 0 because they're both in the bottom left. And z has to equal 4 because they're both in the top right. The negative 1 equal negative 1 needs to be the same number, but it doesn't have anything to do with our answer. If they give you something like this, you're going to turn it into equations. So x minus 3y is equal to negative 14, and x plus 2y is equal to 6. And yes, I'm going to make you think. I'm going to make you remember how to solve by elimination. To solve by elimination, you need one of your letters to have the same coefficient with opposite signs. So if I change every sign in my bottom equation, my x's will cancel, which is a good thing. Draw a line and combine. X's cancel. Negative 3y minus 2y is negative 5y equals negative 14 minus 6 is negative 20. Divide both sides by negative 5, and y is equal to 4. Take that and substitute it back in. So x minus 3 times 4 equals negative 14. So x minus 12 equals negative 14. Add your 12, and x is equal to negative 2. That's your answer. This takes you to your assignment for adding and subtracting matrices. Don't make it harder than it is, but don't rush or you'll end up with sign errors. If you have trouble, come see me during speed.